actually have no idea what I'm doing here. Basically, he's a nice guy and he asked me, and now it's like, oh shit. I'm just going to tell you very briefly, I am a total, what they call a late adapter or a slow adapter. I don't know about any of that stuff. I didn't even know what a rubric was till a few minutes ago, so I'm here to learn things. And well, my son who's 32, he and his wife are having a baby, and I'm so bad at technology that usually I ring Sam, but because his wife's about to have a baby, I stop ringing Sam. So yesterday I was able to say to him, something went wrong with my Gmail, the writing went small, and I thought, you better not ring Sam. So I Googled, what do you do on Gmail if your writing goes small? And it told me, and I did it, and it's like, yes. That's the extent of my technology, so I know nothing about that. Very short story about my life. I was born in Auckland 60 years ago. Very creative family, but very fucked up family. Alcoholic parents, bad, not good. When I was 9, my dad killed himself. I was a reader. I was a write things in little notebooks, go to the library and get books out, good at English person. But no one ever said, be a writer. It wasn't offered as a job. When you were a girl, however many years ago, 42 or something, you were meant to basically be a nurse, be a teacher. If you were dumb, you were meant to do secretary and be a typist or get married. So I just did all sorts of other things. Worked in the law school library, worked in a laboratory, worked in a bookshop, blah, blah, blah. And then my mother got sick of me bouncing around and she said, you're intelligent, you should do something sensible. You like kids, be a teacher. Yes, well, you like kids doesn't mean you're going to be a great teacher, but I did go to teachers college, learned to be a primary school teacher. Did it for a year, went completely bananas, didn't do it for a while, went and lived in a Buddhist community for 7 years, and I taught some of the ANZAC children correspondence in a tent. They hated it. And then I came to Perth, and because I was a Kiwi, they didn't particularly want to give me a job, but I got like a job, so I did relief teaching at a school which is, I shall not name. It's on the Armidale line, and I was meant to do 2 days at the school. It was near a place seriously called Suicide Towers, and the headmaster was just said, go here, do this, do that, and I had the worst day. And seriously, I was quite a motivated teacher. I had my poem charts and my storybooks and my things and worksheets. It was, I could go on and on, but I won't because I've got like 4 minutes left. But it was a very bad day, and things went very wrong, even though I tried my very best to be good and get it right. And there were kids that didn't have English and kids with special needs and racist staff, and no one offered you a cup of tea. And near the very end, I think I must have been getting my period because I wasn't taking it very well. And when I was a little kid, you had 2 o'clock toilet break, you all went out, went to the toilet, came back, but at this school you sent them out row by row. But none of them came back. I sent out the first row, and then one would come back and he went, Miss, yes, David, Johnny's putting bogies up the tap, and I'm like, I think I'm about to go home now. And I did, you know, these things, like you try and be really nice and encourage people, and then that doesn't work, and then you turn kind of nasty and get very cross. And I actually picked up a ruler and went like this, and I broke someone's ruler, and she started to cry, and I'm like, I'll buy you a new ruler. And at the end the kid said to me, are you coming back tomorrow? It was meant to be a 2-day gig. I said, no, I don't think I will be back tomorrow. And I just thought to myself, I'll just get to the car and then I'll cry. I will not cry till I get to the car. I'll have my dignity, I'll get to my car and then I'll cry. So the headmaster, and he said to me, oh, Miss Lowry, are you coming back tomorrow? I said, no, I don't think I actually will be coming back tomorrow, thank you very much. And he said, yeah, they're terrible, aren't they? And I actually, it really upset me. I thought, this is this guy, and that's his school, and that's how much he cares about his kids and his staff. And I went home and my husband said to me, did you have a good day? No, not that great. I said, no, I won't swear. I'd rather be a swear word prostitute or rob banks than ever be a relief teacher again. And he was shocked, and he said, what do you really want to do? I said, I want to go back to uni and write books. So that's what I did. So I have 8 books for teenagers. And here they all are. This one turned out to be a bestseller, Guitar High Rose. It's not chapters, it's still doing really well 20 years later. It got published in Italy and America and all sorts of places. Romania, God bless it. But it's little pods of information. What the therapist said about why kids shouldn't get nose rings, la la la, and it makes up a road story and a love story. And this is my second to latest. This is the book you could get for your school, Juicy Writing. It's creative ideas to get people writing, and it's everything I knew, because I did actually get back into teaching. I've taught writing at Curtin, and I teach all sorts of people, all sorts of writing, and I go to schools like those picture books that lovely person was showing you. The same woman that fosters those writers probably know about this resource, but the Children's Literature Centre in Fremantle. So Matt Otley and Sean Tan, you can take your kids there, and there's big exhibitions, the original artwork of their books. Fantastic resource. But she also takes writers and illustrators up country. So I don't know why I was telling you that. Anyway, juicy writing, cool book, get your school divided, lots of ideas about writing, and then just some other novelty things. And this is going to sound really weird. I don't actually flog my books. You have to go to the bookshop. But a friend of mine, an elderly lady, who was an educator and very into student-centred learning and into non-competitive games. She was an amazing woman. She was quite elderly though. She just died, and her son gave me all these books, which she had nobly bought at my book launches. So if anyone wants cheap copies of any of my books, I will send them to you in the break. But my main thing that I did want to tell you was about creativity. I think you guys are absolutely amazing, because I do, as a writer, go into schools and I say to myself, shit, I'm glad I can go home, because it's hard out there. You guys are actually saints. Anyone who's still teaching with all those big teenagers who've got all sorts of problems and issues and phones and gadgets and stress and anxiety, and parents who are splitting up and health issues, it's a tough old game. And if you don't like it, here's my thought, get out. And if you do like it, which I think you probably do because you're all here after school, you're absolutely amazing. And what you have to do is, in very brief, 1 second left, nourish your own creativity. Tom Waite said, if I knew where the good songs came from, I'd go there more often. So we don't actually know where creativity comes from, but we know we have to get up every morning, and if we're going to teach, we have to go out there and give it all we've got, like Leonard Cohen played last week, and he said, I don't know when I'll be back again, but I'm going to give you everything I've got. And that's what I believe when I'm teaching. I give it everything I've got. And this is sort of grandmother zen, if you like, and I'm sorry, it'll embarrass you, but look after yourselves, sleep properly, have 1 glass of wine, have 2, don't have 7, bring your lunch, make a salad, you know, take a day off when you need to. And some of the things, I just saw a great YouTube of Lunig, and it's like Mr. Curly in his dark going here, and the sign saying happiness is going the other way. So if going to the mall and trying to do a whole lot of Christmas shopping is going to stress you out, don't do that. Go to the beach, have a sleep, do some sewing, paint, fix your bicycle, because you can't be a good teacher if you're not nourishing your own creativity. Thank you, that's all I have to say.